The Constitution does not directly reference public health, yet healthcare remains one of the biggest issues for voters in the United States. According to Pew Research, 68% of registered voters say healthcare is a top issue influencing their vote. Highly publicized aspects of healthcare, such as Medicare and prescription drug prices, contribute to the constant presence of healthcare in the news. So, who is responsible for our well-being? While not originally tasked with overseeing public health, our federal government has significantly increased its role in healthcare. Following the Great Depression, healthcare was substandard in many parts of the country, prompting the federal government to take a greater responsibility in the area of public health. Although some question or even challenge our government's involvement in public health, both the necessity and the benefit have been demonstrated over the years with issues such as childhood vaccinations, seatbelt use, and workplace safety. Opposition comes from those who advocate for individual rights over coercive government regulation.
Meetings yesterday with Department of Defense officials.
Additional ongoing discussion centers around two broad health insurance categories: coverage and cost. Coverage addresses where Americans get their health insurance, how it's paid for, and exactly what is covered. Cost relates to overall health care spending by both citizens and government. 60 years ago, healthcare accounted for 5% of the U.S. economy. Today, the figure is over 17% and is widely considered to be inefficient. U.S. health spending is more than twice the average of other Western nations, but not twice as effective. These numbers fuel the debate over the need to increase or decrease government involvement. Today, about 1/3 of insured Americans are covered through a government program like Medicare or Medicaid, all but guaranteeing that the government's role in healthcare will remain a hotly debated topic throughout election season. Some people believe that the government should be the single source for healthcare coverage in what is known as single payer. Others believe health insurance should remain privatized in the free market, along with other consumer services. And many feel it is the responsibility of the church to provide healthcare services. Throughout the Bible, there are directives to care for the sick. In Matthew 10, verses 7 and 8, Jesus tells his disciples, "Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse lepers, cast out demons. You received without paying, give without pay." Christians understand God's heart for people who are hurting, and that caring for them is a good thing to do. The challenge comes in determining who is responsible for providing care. Is it the government, the private business sector, or the church? With this in mind, here are 3 prayer points to help guide you as you pray over these issues. Pray for followers of Christ in America to take up the call to assist others in need personally as Christ commanded. Pray for America's laws to reflect godly principles and values in healthcare and all other sectors where policy meets people. Pray for godly men and women to be elected and appointed to offices of influence in the American government. For additional guidance and prayer points to help you during this election season, access our free prayer resources online at praythevote.org.